Success isn't just about talent or intelligence, and according to Dr. Carol Dweck, a renowned psychologist from Stanford University, it's also about how we think about our abilities. Hi, I'm Naveed, and here we talk about business, technology, and how to be better in your everyday life. Let's dive a little bit deeper into what Dr. Dweck's transformative research was talking about on growth mindset.
Growth mindset. You'll love it.
Something we hear quite often. Well, to start off with, point number one, what is the definition of mindsets? Well, Dweck's research spanning decades
10 years
identified two fundamental mindsets. One was a fixed mindset. This mindset believes that our qualities are carved into stone. Intelligence and talent are static, and there's nothing you can do to change them.
No changes, no.
And the other one, too, is growth mindset. Well, this mindset sees our qualities as things that can be developed through dedication and effort and time. Think of it like building a character in World of Warcraft. As the more time you put in, the better it can get at different skills, at different tools it may use. See, Dweck's studies involve thousands of students, so it's not really an anomaly or an anecdotal opinion. Her work showed that those with a growth mindset were more motivated, got higher grades, and had better overall achievement. Now, of course, what does this mean in terms of impacts on challenges and obstacles? Well, in one of Dweck's studies, students were given challenging problems. Those with a fixed mindset avoided them, fearing that failure would label them as not smart. Meanwhile, those with a growth mindset were excited by the challenge. They believed that their abilities could be honed with practice and effort. Now, of course, what does this mean in terms of criticism? Well, a reaction to criticism is point number three. See, Dweck's research also delves into how students responded to feedback. Those with a fixed mindset often saw negative feedback as a direct attack on their abilities. In contrast, those with a growth mindset viewed feedback as constructive, a roadmap to
What do you think? Too diabolical? Give me some feedback.
improvement. See, Dweck found that this mindset led to greater resilience and a hunger for feedback, which are essential traits for long-term success. And this leads to point number four, the power of persistence.
Persistence, prayer, and persistent prayer.
See, imagine a runner. Initially, they stumble and fall as the distance gets longer, but with practice and consistency, they run not only longer, but faster and more confidently. I mean, we see this even with Google's DeepMind AI teaching itself to walk, and with thousands of iterations after it had done it all on its own, just because it was consistent and it was learning every time. And in her studies, Dweck observed that students with a growth mindset displayed remarkable persistence. When faced with setbacks, they doubled down, believing that effort was a key ingredient to improving. See, Dweck often referenced a quote, "Effort is what makes you smart or talented." This encapsulates the essence of growth mindset. Now, after watching several of her lectures, I will say that the biggest takeaway I had from her lectures was the idea of not yet. The reason I found this, important is because our brains aren't really able to distinguish things as fake or real when we say things. Practically, this only makes sense. But for example, it doesn't matter if an anxiety sufferer is experiencing an anxious situation or imagining it. They will experience a stress response either way. See, stress hormones like cortisol and fight or flight hormones like adrenaline are released regardless of whether they are in a stressful situation or not. To put it simply, their brains can't tell the difference between what is reality and what is imagined.
It's real.
And the reason I believe this is important is because whether we're building a business, a YouTube channel, or trying to advance in any endeavor, we will inevitably face resistance, and sometimes a closed door, and sometimes that door is labeled as failure. And however, we must rephrase these as not yet. And this allows us the opportunity to look at these challenges as opportunities for growth. Where we can achieve this is just simply that it is not now, but rather not yet. Dr. Carol Dweck's research has revolutionized how we view success and potential. It's not just about what we're born with, but how we approach challenges, feedback, and setbacks. The growth mindset isn't just a theory, it's a blueprint for personal and professional development. So, ask yourself, how will you approach your next challenge? As for me, I know when I face challenges, I'll simply say, not yet.